Building with Papa. All right, we're going to install this cabinet, but we have to cut out these holes. You see that line there to the right? That's the edge of the cabinet. And then we're going to use that line that we plumbed up on the wall, and we're going to measure over to the center part of the clean out and each side of the what is going to be an access panel to get to the shutoff valves. And then you measure from the floor up. So we've cut out the access panel area for the shutoff valves, and make sure you go to the floor when you do that, and the same with the cabinet, that you don't make a mistake. Alright, now you see the X there. We're going to drill a pilot hole, and that's going to give us the center of the clean out so that we can use a hole saw from the inside. This way it'll make a nice clean cut and everything will look real nice. Alright, drill your pilot hole first. Make sure you use that pencil line. This way you're able to get all the center points or the end-to-end points. Alright, now once you have the pilot hole coming through, you can use your hole saw. Drill through there, and this will make a nice clean cut. Alright, now it's all cut. Let's place the cabinet in place. There you go. Everything's really nice. Cut out for the access panel, and then it gets a cover over the clean out. Alright, now attach it to the wall. We already have backing inside the wall. And then you put up your little runners that are going to hold up the top. Use your level, bringing it across, and I use a filler across the face. This way it'll hold that top all the way around. Now everything's pretty much ready. Now I just have to cut out the top to be able to install the sink. Now what you do, this is an epoxy top. If you saw my video, you see how I did it. Alright, I lay out some blue tape. I've located the center, what is going to be in that opening where the sink is going to be setting. So I get center of that. I use my sink and I take the measurements. I put the lines on there and I cut through. Worked out really nice. The sink sets in place, but we're going to wait for the plumber to set it up. He'll seal it. He'll be able to put all the fixtures and everything on it. And there it is. It's looking really good. Alright, my guy is cutting the other one, so let's go over there. Yes, he's cutting it, but I didn't realize it while he was cutting it, but he cut it in the wrong place. You see the bottom of the cabinet? He didn't take it to the floor. He did the line and he did the measurements, but he forgot to take it to the floor. He pulled up from that bottom of the cabinet, which did not include the kick plate. So now that he's cut it, it's a mistake. So this was already cut, and we're going to have to modify it so that we're able to utilize this cabinet. Otherwise we have to buy a new one. Alright, he's cut everything out. He doesn't know that he's made the mistake yet, and I haven't found out either. But now that it's all cut out and it's cut wrong, we're going to have to modify the cabinet so that it doesn't look like a mistake and they can still utilize the cabinet without a problem. Alright, you can see what I did is I cut the hole out bigger so it can still incorporate everything. You could trim it out if you want to. You can paint the wall to look like the cabinet. You can do whatever you want as long as your customer is fine with it, and then just move forward. Things happen. Okay, now we're going to install the tracks for the drawer. You get this plastic clip, it slides into this groove, and then it has two plastic little nubs on the end that'll go into the two holes that are on the back of the cabinet. This gives you the actual height that you want the tracks to be. It's already pre-done with these ready to install cabinets. Alright, push them into the hole, or the two holes, and then your track will lay on the inside of the face frame. It's a little difficult with one hand, but I'll get it. I need to bring my stand more often when I try to do these things. But anyway, just push it into the holes like that. The front will sit on the face frame. And then you see the two holes in the very back. Go ahead and put a screw in there. And you see there's another screw that's just below that. You're going to be able to move that track in and out, or actually side to side. The track moves in and out on its own. Make sure the groove is all the way in on the plastic. Okay, and then your track on the face frame, try and center the holes to the center of the frame and screw it off. Okay, now you need to make sure that it's the same distance off the side of the cabinet. So take a measurement and then you can move it side to side so that the back is the same as the front. You don't want it to go in to make it more tight, then the drawer is not going to move or function the way that it should. So go ahead and get it in the right place, check it twice, and then tighten up that screw so it doesn't move on you. Okay? Real simple to install the tracks. And then they'll slide back and forth with no problem. Alright? Okay, now that I have the tracks installed, I go ahead and put in the shelf because it's no longer going to be in my way. So I put the clips in, slide the shelf in, and now we have to build the drawer. Alright, it's all dovetailed. The grooves for the bottom piece of the drawer are there. The dovetails, you can glue them, slide them in, or you could just use a brad nailer once you get them together and brad nail them so they don't come apart on you. A little glue goes a long way. Then slide the bottom piece of wood in for the bottom of the drawer. It'll go right in the grooves. Okay, now you can slide in the bottom piece of wood. You can put glue in the grooves if you want to. It'll make it more sturdy. But slide it in. And then you can put the last part of the drawer on, or the fourth side. And then I use a brad nailer and I put 2 on each end, on each corner. Alright, we're ready to install this drawer. Alright, it goes right on top of those tracks. You'll see a hole in the bottom of the drawer. There's a pin on the track that it goes into. And there's also a hole on the side that you can't see in this video anyway. That hole right there for the pin. The drawer should sit flat on the drawer guide. And then this little plastic clip pushes in to another hole that's in the drawer and it holds it in place. You have one on each side. Get them in place, then see how your drawer functions. Alright, that one's functioning well. Let's move on to the doors. This will take a little bit more time. but it's not that big a deal. Don't put the face of the drawer on until the doors are in. Okay, you'll see there's a front and a back to the doors. Obviously, the one with the holes for the hinges is the back, the inside of the door. So it's real simple. You just pop them in, screw those in, and you're ready to install. The face frame will also have a hole where the screw is going to go. So it makes it very simple. Just go ahead and get the hinges screwed in to that hole that they provided, and then you'll be able to make your adjustments. It's real simple. Okay, get both doors done, take a look at them, do some little adjusting, and then go ahead and put the face on the drawer. I close both doors, get them to where I want them to be, to line up at the top, the same gap all the way through, and that the edges look fine. Now in this particular type, you look at the back of the drawer face, and it has some marks. Okay, you have to determine which marks are going to work for you and your drawer. All right, I believe the lower one is the one that's going to work to raise it higher, and then the furthest to the each side is the one I'm going to have to use. All right, building with Papa. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next one.